Buongiorno. I've now been in Italy for 2 weeks and things are going pretty well. I've obviously had some ups and downs, but I've decided to start a YouTube channel just for some fun videos and to have something to do with my life. Sorry, there's a lot of cars. But I'm currently in my yard. It's 3 in the afternoon. I got out of school at 11 today. It's my 4th day of school, and things are getting better at school for sure. But I'll get into that. But anyway, this channel is to talk about my life here in Italy and give updates along with my Instagram account somewhere in northern Italia. So anyone who's interested can just watch. But yeah, that's what we're going to be talking about. Anyway, I'd like to start off with talking about school a bit. I've only had 4 days. 4 days. And it's really boring because I don't know what any of the teachers are saying. But classmates are starting to talk to me and things are seeming better with the class. But anyway, my first day was September 12th, which was Thursday, and I went in. Class started at 8:10 and ended at 11:10, so only 3 hours, but that was kind of a lot for me because I had not been waking up early. That was the earliest I had to wake up all the time I've been here, and most of summer. Like, I'm just not a morning person. And then I had to sit through Italian class, which isn't just learning Italian, because of course I want to learn Italian while I'm here. It's like the history of Italian language, which like I can't understand, and I'm not going to. And I had to sit through German, so translating Italian to German, which I'm also not going to be able to do. English class was pretty fun because they basically just had me talk about myself the whole time, which, if you know me, I could do that forever. I think the biggest thing I get is or the biggest question, people are like, oh, where are you from? I'm like, oh, the US. And they're just like, well, yeah, but where in the US? I'm like, oh, Pennsylvania, sorry. So, I guess it's really that obvious that I'm American when I speak, the clothes I wear, the way I do things, I don't know. But sorry, getting sidetracked, but even at a restaurant last week, we went to my host family and I went to an Indian restaurant, which was really good food, by the way. And my host family sees this other family walk in, and they're just like, wow, why do only Americans come here? And I'm like, how can you just tell that they're American? I mean, I can't look at someone and be like, oh, you're Italian. I mean, to a certain point. Anyway, back to school. So, yeah, I've just been having to sit through my classes, and the first day of school was kind of rough because no one really talked to me very much. I guess I feel like a lot of people didn't really know I was an exchange student, and I was not about to introduce myself because I was nervous. Oh, jeez, that was my charger. Because I was nervous beyond belief. It was horrible. But the teachers started to sort of realize that well, I was with another exchange student in my class, Atsuza, and she's from Japan. And they started to notice that maybe we were new, so they had us begin to introduce ourselves. By the second day of school, people were talking to me a bit more, and things were looking up. And by the third day, which was Saturday, by the way, because we have school on Saturday here, which I don't like, and I realized a lot of other countries have school on Saturday, but I'm not used to that. Only one day to sleep in during the entire week. It's kind of rough. But by Saturday, Zuza and I, the other exchange student, had 2 people from our class ask us to walk into town with them after school. So that was really great. We got gelato like we always do, and we go to the same place every time, and I think this lady is starting to recognize us at the gelateria, so it's a little embarrassing, but you know what? We're good customers. Anyway, also, sorry my hands are being so spazzy. I have so many bug bites on my legs because it is so humid here, and mosquitoes are just not my friend. And second I step outside, I get like 5 bug bites. But I love being outside, so I just kind of got to deal with it and put bug spray on. Anyway, so 4th day of school today, I had history, or no. Yeah, it's like history and philosophy, which that's definitely something I'm interested in, but listening to it in Italian isn't really going to work out too well. But this teacher has been the only one so far who has put like information on the board, like in a slideshow. So I was actually able to use like Google Translate and just like my knowledge of Italian thus far to sort of figure out what he was saying. So yeah, that was good. But how school's gonna work for me here is, okay, well, starting off, I just want to say it's not organized at all. Which, like, I'm a very organized person. I'm used to things being organized for the most part. And it's not organized. Like, school started last week, and I don't even have a schedule. The schedule changes every day. And, like, they come up with a new schedule for the week, like, on Saturday for the next upcoming Monday. So, it's very confusing. And at Italian school, so you choose the high school you want to go to. I didn't get to choose. My host family in Rotary Youth Exchange chose for me. But so there's like language school, art school, there's like Greek Latin school. I know people who go to that one. I don't really know what that is. Like scientific school, math school, everything. So I go to the language school. So basically, if you choose that school, you have a set number of classes that you have to take. It's generally like 10 or 11. And everybody in each grade, each year, there's 5 years of high school, has to take all of those classes. But me, being an exchange student who cannot speak or understand Italian very well, I don't have to take all of those, which is good because I would fail a lot of them. But at the same time, I don't have a schedule, and I can't choose my classes until I have a schedule and know what classes I'm taking. And I'm sorry if that's really confusing, but that's just where we're at right now. So I'm excited for when I actually have a schedule and get more of a routine, because I want to make sure I'll get all my credits for high school when I come back to Pennsylvania. So yeah, that's how school's going. But we ended at 11 again today, and I went into town with Zuza, the other exchange student again, and we got gelato, and that was really fun. And I know that school is going to start ending at 1 soon, so 8 to 1, which that's going to be rough because we've only had 3 classes so far. Now every day we're going to have 5 classes, which again is less than in the US, but school is just different here, and it's not as fun, and I don't understand anything. But to get through school, sorry I'm talking a lot, but you know what, it's fine. But to get through school, I basically just bring my journal every day, and this thing is filled, oh wait, this is like wrong way, it's filled with so much stuff. Like, I've made my little Italy bucket list, you can't really see it, and like map of Italy to write my bucket list items on, and the chances of any of this bucket list stuff actually happening is pretty slim, but you know what, I can hope. And I've also ordered a book to have something to do, and now this YouTube channel, something else to do. But yeah, things have been going well. Okay, now I was thinking about it. I want to discuss my host family. Okay, they are amazing. It's Michaela and Dario, and they are just the most loving people. Like, the second I got to the airport, I just got a hug, and they're very accommodating of all of my luggage, which I brought way too much stuff, but at the same time I feel like I don't have enough clothes, so I want to go shopping, but that's another story. Anyway, so, and they're also very accommodating of me being vegetarian, and they've just, like, I told them I like going to the gym, so they're trying to find me a gym membership. I told them that I love ceramics, so they're trying to find me a ceramics class, which I've come to the conclusion is not going to work out, because the only class we have found from think 5 different artists, is a class on Mondays from 9 to 11 at night. And it's in a different town. So I wouldn't get home until probably past midnight and then have school the next day. So that just wouldn't work, which is a bit of a disappointment, but what can you do? Yeah, and so I have my own room here, and their daughter, Anna, she is in Japan right now, so it's like an actual exchange, so I have like her room and everything. Sorry, there's a lot of cars going past. And yeah, so we all have dinner every evening together, and it's really great. I've had so much pasta and bread, it's not good, and I need to like slow down a bit, but I'm only gonna be here for 1 year. Like, that's it. Then I go back home to Pennsylvania and US food, but whatever. Yeah, so they are just great people. We go on walks with our little dog Rosie, and she always makes sure I get up in the morning for school, which is an issue because I hate waking up. Yeah, it's just really good. They're really good people. Oh, and when I got here, there was so much paperwork to fill out just so that, like, I already had to get my visa when I was in the US to even come here, but now I have to get like a permit to live in the town, and get this card for school, my bus pass, so much. Like, it's crazy just to get settled in. And yeah, they've helped me with all of that, and they've taken me to the grocery store for me to get some different food that I like. They even got me a different kind of coffee because I tried the Italian coffee, just like a straight up shot of espresso. I could not do it. I was like, it was way too strong. I do like macchiato and cappuccino, but that has milk in it. This was just straight espresso, nothing else. So they got me some nice instant coffee that I literally put just like almond milk in it, sometimes a little sprinkle of sugar. But I honestly miss my iced coffee so much. Like, that's just not a thing here. I even asked my host mom about it, and she was like, oh, sometimes in the summer, people make iced coffee, like they'll order it, but still the Italian way. So it's literally just a shot of espresso with ice. Like, that's it, which I think is really funny. So yeah, they're just really great. And I know that I'll have to switch host families in January, and then again sometime in like April, maybe. I don't know. Like, Rotary requires that you have 3 host families. But I'm already dreading the time when I have to switch because I just love this house so much, and they're such good people. My only issue is, so I don't have any host siblings, which I know a lot of the other exchange students do. So sometimes I get really lonely, and it's just like, I feel like if I had a host sibling, it'd be a little easier, but I also can't rely on other people to keep myself entertained. So yeah, and a good thing is they've been trying to teach me lots of Italian, which I appreciate a lot. And my host mom is an English teacher at a school in my town, so she knows lots of students. She knows lots of students, and she's been introducing me to them. Yeah, and so they'll like take me out, we'll have some fun in town. Like, the other night I went out with some people and we walked around our town and got some pizza, which I tried pizza with french fries on it, which actually pretty good. I've never heard of that before, and they were really surprised by that. But I think that's also kind of a weird combo, but it was good. And yeah, so she's been introducing me to some people and trying to get me out and doing things, because if I sit at home all the time, I'm just gonna be miserable. Like, I can't do that. But yeah, and they've also been taking me to a lot of places, which I'll also get into. And they're just really great people, and I'm excited to spend more time with them. Okay, I also want to make sure I talk about some trips that I've been going on or going to do, stuff like that. So, the first week I got here, it was a pretty relaxing week. Well, not really. I was missing home a lot, got very homesick, pretty much cried every day. If I didn't cry, I considered that the biggest success. And, but so I got here on a Monday, and on that Friday, I went into the mountains in the Dolomites, Oronzo, and we hiked at Tre Cime, but that's where I got to meet all of the other exchange students, which was really great, and we stayed there for the weekend. The only unfortunate part is that it's these beautiful mountains. You want to like see everything, but it was raining, freezing, and so cloudy that it just blocked the mountains. But it's okay. It was still a good hike and a good bonding experience with all of the other people. So yeah, I did that on that weekend, and then on that Monday that I got back, I got to have the little experience of going to a grape vineyard and cutting some grapes for a family who makes local wine, which I thought was pretty cool. And that night I went out with some people in town, just more people to meet, and everyone has been very friendly. Like, they're just like, oh, let's do this, this, and this. Like, they come up with all these plans. I mean, we haven't really done any of the plans, but it's just a nice thought that they'd want to do that. And Tuesday, me, my host mom, and her coworker, who is another English teacher, we all took the train into Venice. That was my first time taking a train here, and it was actually so simple. It was less than an hour, and it just took us right from the center of our town to right into Venice. And honestly, getting off that train, I love Venice. Like, it is the cutest place, and it's so relaxing. Like, you can just walk around and just like it's just so calming. I don't even know. I mean, there's a lot of people, but there's so many little streets, and I love like the river running through it. And of course, we got gelato there too, because you can't go anywhere and not get gelato. We did some shopping, but I didn't buy anything, which that's a big success for me. I'm hoping to meet someone who will take me to Venice, like someone my age, and go shopping with me, because I do miss shopping a lot, which, like, I really don't need anything, but it's just, it's fun. Anyway, so we went to Venice, which was great. And Saturday, I had school, and then I came home, was just kind of relaxing for a bit. And then, we went to a small town nearby called Polcinigo, I think. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. But it was basically, we got some drinks there, and it's like a spring, and there's a cave under it, and it's just this, I want to say never-ending cave, but people have died trying to discover the end of it, and recently someone discovered they got like the next furthest since the last person in history, but the end of it is still unknown, which I think is really interesting. And we just went on a walk around that town. It's just an old, cute, nearby town, which I really enjoyed. And so that was Saturday. And then on Sunday, which was yesterday, I guess, yeah, we went to the seaside, it's a very popular beach because it's the closest beach to anyone in Austria, not France, I don't even know, Austria, Italy, called Bibione. And that was really fun. Like, everyone was saying the water was going to be too cold, but Azusa and I, we just like swam in the water all around. It was so fun. We fell asleep in the sun, and we played bocce ball, which is apparently very popular here, and I'm not good at it. I pretty much failed, except Dario, my host dad. He was so competitive. It was just the funniest thing. He was just like, if he ever missed a point, he was just like, oh no. But yeah, that was really fun. So then I had school today, and now I'm just trying to relax, and a big goal for myself this year is to just be like calm, relaxed, one with myself, be okay with being alone, which I think I'm already getting better at. And I'm excited to see how I change throughout the year. And I'm only 2 weeks in, but I feel like it's already going pretty quickly. So we'll see by the end of this how my total experience went. And if you have any questions, please let me know because I don't have much to do. So I will always get back to you. Anyway, arrivederci.